The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Slam, slam, slam. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Double up. Warriors, 17. To throw is Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run, Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20.
Another day, another
down. 49ers. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. With the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans. But the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman. And their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
To
Herb Smith Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Vikings 10, 49ers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about the touchdown, 49ers? Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. But I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. But 1 play, 75 yards, end zone. Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's now
got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
The 30-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's gonna take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Good. Makes the score Niners 21, Vikings 10. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Intercepted.
So more problems here in this 1st quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
At the 42-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
21, Vikings 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Coleman has it here right side. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
34-yard.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Gain of 5 brings up
the 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Bailey got the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Jeff Gladney. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, D.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flies.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He gets away from one. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
33-yard line.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
For San Francisco.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Dalvin Cook.
But sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Dre Greenlaw on the tackle.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Cousins. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sideline.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Completes it to Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second and very short, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Kill. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
2nd and 11.
Check. Lucky. Switch.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
The ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They run it again with Cook.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Cook following the penalty. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Down at the 33-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Number 31.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
On the coverage.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run with Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins now. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Smith catches left side. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Cousins again. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. After the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. On play action, Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 27.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
No gain on the screen there at second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, 49ers. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved down in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Cousins to throw it.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Flushed out right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Bailey now for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
That will tie the game at 34.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. This is Coleman, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier, Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Coleman has it here right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And to give this time to the tailback. Room to run past midfield. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Niners, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick it off, kick off and go. Kick off and go. With a step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought. Watch me ball, as soon as I snap, hit of the pack. Checking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, maybe the shoes, maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the food. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave a